Hi, in today's video we'll be taking a look at Year 7 addition and subtraction, multiplication and division and also sequences. So this is aimed at predominantly Key Stage 3 maths, but it also may be appropriate for Key Stage 2 maths and also Key Stage 4 maths as well. So for students doing GCSE foundation, okay, for all examples and for IGCSE and CIE examples, okay, this may be appropriate for you. We're going to start with question number 1. Okay, I've got the hundreds, tens and ones. Write down the addition represented on the place value grid. Okay, so I've got 100, so I've got 100 there, and then I've got 200 there. Okay, so it's going to be 500. Okay, for that. And then how many tens do I have? We'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I've got another 100 now. So it's going to be 5,000. So it's going to be 600, sorry. So 600. And then I've got how many tens left? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got 650. Okay. Plus, how many ones do I have? Well, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 650 add 11. The answer would be 661. Okay. This is question number 2, guys. Take the calculations that would give the same answer to 342 minus 96. So this one would, because I've added 4 here, okay, so I've got to take off 4 to balance the same sum. This is also correct because minus 100 plus 4 is equal to minus 96. This one isn't, okay, so the reverse subtraction, so subtraction isn't actually commutative, so I can't just swap the numbers around. This would actually give me a negative answer, whereas this would still give me a positive answer. This is question number 3, guys. Complete the bar model. 41, 19, and all of this is 200. Well, 41 plus 19, so 1 add 9 is 10, so 0, carry the 1, 4 add 5 add 1 is 6, so it's going to be 60, so it's going to be 140 goes there. This is question number 4, guys. Chris buys new headphones for £12.48 and a chocolate bar for 60 pence. How much does she spend altogether? Well, £12.48 add 60 pence. Okay, so make sure that I put all my numbers under the correct place value. Okay, so it might be a bit tricky here. 8 add 0 is 8. 4 add 6 is 10. So 0, oops, carry the 1, put the decimal point there. Okay, 2 add 1 is 3, and then I've got 1 add nothing is 1. So it's £13 and 8 pence. Okay, it says that Chris had £25 to start with. How much does she have now? Well, £25, take away £13 and 8 pence. Okay. Well, if we just take off £13 for now, and then we can just knock off 8 pence afterwards to make the sum a bit easier for us. So 12 take away 13 gives me £12, and then if I take off 8 pence from there, I'll get £11.92. Okay, so £11.92. Okay. So that's my answer for that question. Okay, this is question number 5, guys. Here is a drawing of a farmer's field, 3.4 by 0.9 meters wide. Work out the perimeter. So the perimeter is the distance around the shape. So it's 3.4 plus 0.9 plus 3.4 plus 0.9. Or I can write it as 2 lots of 3.4 plus 0.9. Okay, so 4 add 9 is 13, so 3 carry the 1. 3 add 0 is nothing, and then add the 1 is 4. So it's 2 lots of 4.3. So if I double 4.3, I get 8.6. Okay, remember that perimeter is always in units. And the unit here is meters, which is given to us in the answer. But it might not always be written, so make sure that you check your answer space, and if it doesn't include the units, make sure to put the units in there. This is question number 6, guys. A fruit and veg shop sells 388 products. Okay, so I can put 388 in there. Okay, 185 of them are fruit. So 185 are fruit. Okay, so straight away I can work out what this one is. Okay, so 388 take away 185 is 203. Okay, it says 52 types of fruit were grown in the UK. Okay, so 52 fruits were grown in the UK. And then it says 77 types of vegetables were grown in the UK. Okay, complete the frequency tree. Well, now that I've figured out what these are, 185 take away 52 gives me that answer there. And that's going to be 133. And then if I do 203 subtract 77, well, 200 subtract 77 is 123. And then if I add the 3 on, I get 126. Okay, and that's my answer for this frequency tree. This is question number 7, guys. D-Back and Ganga, the tigers were weighed before and after being put on a new diet. Before in kilograms, after in kilograms. D-Pack, okay, and then after Ganga, okay. So D-Pack lost 11.5 kilos. Complete the table. Well, if I add 11.5 to 152, that will tell me that before the diet he weighed more than 152. So 11.5. Okay, so being very careful with our place values here. 5 add 5 is 10, so 0 carry the 1. 2 add 1 is 3, add 1 is 4. 5 add 1 is 6, and then I've got the 1. So D-Pack, before he started the diet, weighed at 164.0 kilograms, or just 164. Okay, and then it says here, which tiger lost the most amount of weight? Well, 106 to 97 is going to be 9, so he's lost 8.8 here. Okay, so less than 11. So D-Pack lost the most, because if I work out the difference between 106.2 and 97, that's smaller than the difference between 164 and 152.5. Okay, this is question number 8, guys. The isosceles triangle has a perimeter of 4 meters. Work out the value of x. So I'm going to have 1.2, 1.2, and x. Okay, so if the perimeter is equal to 4, then I'm going to have x plus 1.2 plus 1.2, which is equal to 2.4. That has to equal to 4 meters. If I then subtract 2.4 on both sides of my equation, that will give me the answer of 1.6. So x is equal to 1.6 meters. Okay, or 1.6. Okay. Okay, this is question number 9, guys. Both number lines go up in equal intervals. Work out the missing numbers. Well, 81 to 93, I've added 3. Okay, so 91 add 3 is going to be 94. Is going to go there. Okay, 88 take away 3 is going to be 85. And then 85 take away 3 is 82. Okay. Here, it's the same numbers, but in like a decimal point situation. That's going to be 0.94, and then if I add 3, is 0.97. and here is going to be 0.85 if you're interested. Okay. Right guys, this is question number 10. Here are the first two terms of a linear sequence. 9 3/4, 10.8. What is the next term? Well, this as a decimal is 9.75. So I'm adding on 1.05 each time. So it's going to be 11.85. Okay. Because 3/4 is the same as 0.75 as a decimal. Okay, so that's how I converted it into, and then I worked out the difference. So I did 10.8 take away 9.75 to work out all the differences, and I recognized that it's 1.05 because 10 take away 9 is 1, 0.8 take away 0.75 is 0.05. Okay, so I'm adding on 1.05 each time. Okay. This is question number 11, guys. Okay, so it's got the capital H there, so it's for higher tier students. Okay, given that A is equal to 1.5 times 10 squared and B equals 2.7 times 10 to the minus 1, work out the value of A plus B. Okay, so let's just change it so it's the same powers. Okay, let's make this power of 2. So I've increased it by power of 3, so I've got to divide this by 1,000 essentially. Okay, so I'm going to have 2.7 divided by 1,000. So I've got to be very, very, very careful here, guys. So it will be 0.0027. Okay, and then I can just add them together. Okay, so I'm going to have 0.0027 times 10 squared. And the reason for that is because if I'm adding in standard form, I've got to have the same powers of 10. So I know that my answer is going to be times 10 squared, and then I've just got to add together 1.5 and 0.00027. And if I add it, so let's just delete this here. That's going to be 7, that's going to be 2, that's going to be 0, that's going to be 5, and that's going to be 1. So the answer is 1.5027 times 10 squared, but it wants the value, so I'm not putting it in standard form. I'm going to move it 2 places to the right because I'm times it by 100. So the answer we get is 150.27, and that will be the answer to my question. Okay, so this is like a separate bit here, guys. Okay, so the final answer, it says work out the value, so it's 150.27. This is year 7 sequences, guys. We're going to start with question number 1. Here are the first 3 terms in a sequence. So I've got 3 there. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 there. And then I've got 7. So each time is I'm adding 2 more circles. So draw the next term. I'm going to have 9 circles, aren't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so that'll be that one. So that'll be 9. How many circles will make up the 5th term? Well, if I add 2 to 9, I get 11. So it's going to be 11 circles. Okay, this is question number 2, guys. Find the next 2 terms in each of the linear sequences. So linear means it's going up or down at a fixed rate. So I'm taking off 4 each time. Okay, so I'm taking off 4. Okay, here I'm going to be adding 900. Okay. Okay, and then it's going to be 5,500. Okay, here I'm going up in 0.25, so it's going to be 7.9 or 7.90, and then adding 0.25. Well, adding 0.1 will get me to 8, and then adding 0.15 will get me to 8.15. This is question number 3, guys. How many grey squares would there be in the 4th term of the sequence? Well, if you look at the grey square, I've got 3 there, I've got 6, I've got 9, so it's going up in 3s. So the next one will be 9 plus 3, which is 12. Okay, so how many white squares would there be in the 19th term? So the first one has 4 white squares. Okay, so let's just write like a little note here. So 4 white squares. Okay, so the white squares just stay fixed here. So there'll be 4 white squares in the 19th one, because it doesn't actually change. It's just the number of grey ones that change. Okay, question number 4. Tick the sequence that is linear. Linear means I'm adding or subtracting by a fixed amount each time. Okay, this one isn't, because I'm timesing by 4 each time, so that's not linear. That's actually what I call geometric. Okay, this one, I'm going down in 2s each time, so that one is linear. Okay, what about this one? That's 1, that's 3. That's 6, so that's not going to be linear, so that one's going to go up in like a quadratic fashion. So this is actually the list of triangular numbers, actually, if you're interested. Okay, this is question number 5. Create 2 different sequences, linear sequences, that start with the number 65. So I can have 66, 67, 68, and then I can even have 65, 64, 63, and 62. Okay, so that's that one there. Okay, this is question number 6, guys. Find the next 2 terms in these geometric sequences. So geometric means that I'm multiplying by a number. 5 times 2 is 10, 10 times 2 is 20, so double 20 is 40, and then double 40 is 80. Okay, this is the next part. 900, I'm dividing it by 10, so that's going to be 9. Divide by 10 again, I get 0.9. Now it's the same as actually multiplying by a 10th. So here I've times by 2, and here I've times by 1/10, because dividing by 10 is the same as multiplying by its reciprocal, which is times by 1/10. This is question number 7. This pattern repeats every 3 terms as shown. What will be the 9th term in this pattern? Okay, so the 9th term will be a heart, or a love heart, you could say. Okay, what about the 31st term? Okay, so the 30th term most likely will be this one, because it's following like every 3, 6, and then it's going to be 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. So it's going to be the apple, okay, or the green apple. It'll be the 31st term. Okay, this is question number 8, guys. Complete the table to represent the sequence. I've got 1 there, I've got 4, okay, I've got 7, and I've got 10. Okay, would the points on the graph of this sequence lie on a straight line? Okay, explain your answer. So what it's saying is, so if I was to put it like 1, 1, okay, 2, 4, okay, 3, 7, and 4, 10. So I believe that they would lie on a straight line, yes, because it's going up in a linear fashion. I'm adding 3 each time, okay? So the answer would be yes, because linear means a straight line, okay? So linear means power of 1, and it's a straight line. This is question number 9, guys. Find the missing terms in this sequence. 3 something 9. Well, there's going to be 6 there, so I'm going to be adding 3 each time. Okay. The next one. So this one looks a bit more trickier. So if I do 9 take away 3, that's going to be 6. So 6 is going to be 2 jumps. So divide that by 2, I'm going to get 3. So it's going to go up in 2s, okay? So that's going to be 5, 7, that's going to be 1 there, okay? So it's a list of odd numbers. Okay, next one. Find the next 2 terms in this sequence. Okay, adding 3, adding 4, adding 5, adding 6. It's going to be 21. Adding 7, I'm going to get 28. Okay, question number 11. These numbers make up 2 linear sequences. 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, 7, 10, 13. What are the 2 linear sequences? Well, I can have 1, 3, 5 and 7. Another sequence that I could have would be 3. Oh no. Sorry, it'd be 4. So 4, 7, 10 and 13 because I'm adding 3 each time. Okay. Right guys, we are on the last section now, which is year 7 multiplication and division. Okay, question number 1. Calculate the area of each shape. So this is what I call a rectangle. A rectangle is length times width. So it's 5 multiplied by 3. 5 times 3 is equal to 15. And the units for area are always centimetre squared or metre squared or millimetre squared, okay, etc, etc. So area is always unit squared. Okay, this one's what I call a parallelogram actually. So it's going to be the length times the perpendicular height. It's going to be 3 times 6, and 3 times 6 is equal to 18. Okay, so it's 18 centimetres squared. Okay, this is question number 2, guys. Are these statements true or false? Odd numbers only have odd multiples. So that is true, yes, that's true. The lowest common multiple of 8 and 12 is 4. Well, multiple means times table, so that is actually false. 120 divided by 3 is not equal to 3 divided by 120 because division is not commutative. Okay, so that is going to be false. This is question number 3. Calculate 242 times 9. Well, if I times it by 10, I get 2420, and then if I subtract 242, 0 take away 2 I can't do, and I'm going to have to borrow. That becomes a 1, that becomes a 1. 10 take away 2 is 8. 1 take away 4 I can't do, so I'm going to have to borrow. That becomes a 3, that becomes a 1. 11 take away 4 is 7. 3 take away 2 is 1, and then I'm going to have 1 there. So 2,178. Okay, next question. We are going to use the bus stop method for this. Okay, so 8,035 divided by 5. So how many 5s go into 8? Well, that's going to be 1, remainder 3. 5s into 30 is going to be 6, remainder 0. 5s into 3 is going to be 0, and then 5s into 35 is going to be 7. So it's 1,607. Okay. This is question number 4, guys. Mr. D buys 33 packs of pens for his classroom. Each pack cost 86 pence. How much does he spend on the pens? Well, 86 pence times 33. Okay. So I've not got much space here, but hopefully you can follow me. 6 times 3 is 18, so 8 carry the 1. 3 times 8 is 24, add the 1 is 25. Put the 0 there. 5 times 6 is 30, 0 carry the 3. 5 times 8 is 40, add the 3 is 43. That's going to be 8, that's going to be 5, that's going to be 5, and that's going to be 4. So the answer is £45.58. Okay, This is question number 5, guys. Complete the Venn diagram. Factors of 40, factors of 18. Okay, so factors of 18 will be 1. Okay, so 1 would actually go into both, actually, because 1's a factor of both. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 8, 10, 20. Are there any other factors of 40? Well, 1 times 40, so 40 is actually the missing one. Okay, and that's my answer for that question. Okay, this is question number 6, guys. James records the number of green gummy bears he gets in 5 bags of sweets. Here are his results: 6, 0, 9, 7, 8. What is the mean number of gummy bears per bag? Okay, so if I add them together, 6 add 0 is 6, add 9 is 15, 15 add 7 is 22, add 8 is 30, and then if I divide it by the total number of bags, 30 divided by 5 is 6. Okay, this is question number 7. Here are some calculation cards. Tick the cards that are equivalent to 12 centimeters. So that one is yes. That one is as well. Okay, this one isn't, because it's 1.2 millimeters, which is 0.12. This one, if I just convert it over 50 actually to make it a bit easier, so it's going to be 12 out of 50, which is equal to 24 out of 100, which is equal to 0.24. So that one's not quite right. So that one is not equivalent, no. Next question, question number 8. Calculate the following: 0.6 times 3. Well, 6 times 3 is 18, so it's going to be 1.8, okay, because it's 10 times smaller than 6. 34.6 times 6. Well, if I multiply, okay, 6 6s are 36, so 6 carry the 3. 6 times 4 is 24, add the 3 is 27, so 7 carry the 2. 6 times 3 is 18, add the 2 is 20. So the answer is 207.6. Okay, this is question number 9. Match each diagram to the correct calculation. So this is going to be 5 times 2, which is 10. So the answer for that is 10 using BIDMAS. That would be 2 plus 6, which is 8. 3 squared is 9. Plus 2 is 11. So that one's going to go with that one. Okay, this one's going to go with this one. Okay, and then this one is going to go with this one. Okay, this is question number 10, guys. Evaluate the following when p is equal to 4. So I'm going to have 13 take away 3 times 4 plus 2. So if we use BIDMAS, I'm going to do 3 times 4 first, which is 12. So 13 take away 12 is 1, and then add the 2, I get the answer to be equal to 3. Okay, this is question number 11, guys. So this is like an extension style question. Find the area of this trapezium. Give your answers in terms of A. So the formula is the sum of the parallel sides. So these two sides are parallel. So it's 3A plus 5A, which is 8A, divided by 2 is equal to 4A. And then I multiply it by the perpendicular height, which is actually equal to 11. Okay, because that's what I call the slanted height. It has to be perpendicular to the parallel lines. 4 times 11 is 44, and then stick the A on, so 44A, and it'll be like units squared, okay, but we will leave our answer in terms of this. So it'll be 44A units squared, okay. Right, guys, so that takes us to the end of today's video. So I sincerely hope you found it useful. I hope you found it informative. If you did, please press like, please subscribe to the channel if you're new, and lastly, please press that bell icon so you don't miss out on further videos and further uploads. Okay, but that's it for me today, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye for now.